Hello again, welcome to a new video, and before I say anything, I wanted to thank you guys for the support in the latest videos that I've made. You guys have been awesome, subscribing and liking like crazy, giving me the nicest comments, and even if you don't give nice comments, I still appreciate you being there. And yeah, if you aren't subscribed yet, then you can become a part of the family. But for now, let's talk about the main subject of today. If you already weren't aware, I have been playing the new PvE MOBA game Evercore Heroes, which released on Wednesday, the 21th of June. It was supposed to be the 20th, but you know, some bugs kind of came in. This is a 4v4v4v4 MOBA. That's a lot of fours, where you complete objectives and battle monsters as fast and good as you can. And before I talk about my opinion about the game, let's just explain what you have to do so you kind of understand what's going on. It's also a closed beta, meaning that, you know, all the bugs and stuff are not really mandatory. They will be fixed before the open beta releases, and especially when the full game releases. And you can buy the game, well, buy the founder's pack to get into the game now, or you can get a friend code from someone. Before I say anything else, just know that it will be a bit biased, since I'm not gonna shit on a game that just released in closed beta. You spawn in a room with all the teams and all the players, and as soon as you're allowed to leave, the clock starts running because you need to be quick on these objectives, these ones with the purple thing over here, and you'll have to complete these objectives as fast as you can. After completing a few, you will have a Loom Rush. It's time-based, and Loom Rush is something that you'll have to be on time for, because all the teams at the same time will be live competing at that objective. The one that does it fastest gets extra Loom, and Loom is basically HP for your, well, Evercore. You can call it a Nexus too if you're a League player, doesn't really matter. After that, it's time to defend your Nexus / Evercore, and then you repeat the process of, you know, the same cycle of completing objectives, doing a Loom Rush, and then defending until it's only 2, and then you'll have a head-to-head in which you and the last team will be competing for the absolute win. This is most of the time a boss fight, where you will just have to do every stage almost perfectly in order to win the game. It's kind of a race to the finish, really. Alright, that's basically the explanation I'm gonna give. There is more stuff to it, like items and characters, and I don't know, it's a lot of stuff. I can go through every enemy type, but that's gonna take a little long, so let's not do that. Now, the first subject will be the concept of the game, and the concept is, in my opinion, the best thing about it, because I didn't really think it was gonna work. You know, if it comes to a competitive game, you never really fight against monsters. You always fight against players, because, you know, CPUs just aren't as challenging as actual players. But this game kind of changed that around for me. The challenge is definitely there, and there's a lot of variants of monsters that can do different stuff, and some characters are good against other monsters, and some characters are good against big monsters, small monsters. Completely depends on who you're playing, and if you play right and you have a good team, then this will, yeah, be kind of easy, but it will still be a race, and there's still a challenge, even if it goes well. The concept definitely works, which is surprising, since it is a very new and fresh concept. I've heard about something in World of Warcraft being similar, but I've never played World of Warcraft, so I actually don't know. But concept-wise, the game really is hitting the mark. Let's talk about the gameplay. Is it fun? Is it fair? Is it hard? Or is it easy? The first question is really easily answered. Yes, it really is fun. Well, sometimes you'll have a bug or a player leaving, which is kind of frustrating, and bugs will be fixed, obviously, but people leaving will always be a thing. And I hope they can do something about leavers, something, because every other game, from League of Legends to Overwatch to Apex Legends, none of them have anything with leavers. They don't do anything about it. They just leave, and yeah, oh yeah, you're a player short now, good luck. So I hope that Evercore Heroes can do something, maybe with a CPU or something, because it's really frustrating to lose because your healer left and now you don't have heals anymore. And that also plays into the is it fair question. There are a few bugs that also make it unfair, but most of the time, even if you're not that great mechanically, you can win if the game is working out the way it's supposed to, when there are no bugs and no levers, everyone has the exact same teams. It doesn't really come to mechanical skill, but also a little bit of strategic skill, and so much more comes to it than just mechanical skill. It's kind of insane, and that makes it really fun, because it can really be nerve-wracking if you're gonna win or not, and I really love that. So, what about the monetization? Is it ridiculous or is it pretty fair? I would say so far it's not bad. It's like a 70-30. Without doubt, the monetization is better than Overwatch 2. Isn't hard. The battle pass here gives you premium currency back, just like battle passes are supposed to do. Overwatch, League of Legends, hello. Skins aren't as overpriced as other games. You never really pay more than 15 bucks. This could change, of course, but so far they're pretty fair. So far it's pretty good. There is a bug that I can't buy the hero pack, and that kind of sucks because I already bought 2 heroes, so now I can't buy the entire hero pack. Thank you, that's great. I hope they fix that soon so I can play every single hero and give a fully fleshed out review about every character. But so far, it's been really fun. One thing that does kind of suck is, yeah, I get it, there's only 16 characters, but if you get a friend code from someone so you don't buy the Founder's Pack, for example, then you will only be getting 4 characters. I know that's 1/4 of the entire cast, but it still kind of sucks since 4 characters are really hard, since they're, you know, the chance of there being a character you actually like in there is kind of small. So that's one thing I like less, but I think the more characters that will be added to the game, the less that problem presides. They also upgraded the normal currency that you can earn in-game. You can earn more and faster currencies, so it's way easier to get a hero now than it was in the very beginning of the beta. So it's not too much of a grind, and the monetization overall is just pretty okay. And last but not least, how is the art direction, voice acting, or lore of this game? Well, the lore is pretty similar to League of Legends lore. I would say it's not mind-blowing yet. It's pretty standard fantasy stuff. It's really cool still, but it's not League of Legends big, so it will not be as cool as League of Legends, even though they don't even get their own lore right. That's okay. It's way better than Valorant lore at least, so they got that going for them, which isn't hard. I'm sorry, Valorant lore just kind of sucks. Yeah, I said it. Come at me. The art direction is amazing. Not all characters look amazing, some even just look like straight up other characters from other games, but for example, Becco, I think he is the best. I think his art direction is the entire reason of Evercore Heroes being pretty cool. And there's other characters that are more cliche, like Shade looking like your average assassin girl. And yeah, some other characters as well, but most of the art direction is pretty good. The voice acting can be better here and there. Sometimes, and I don't want to like shit on the voice actors behind the screens, but sometimes it feels kind of bland. That's also because of the characters sometimes not being as interesting. For example, Becco is an amazing voice actor, but some other characters like Finn are just kind of boring and cliche, so the voice acting isn't that great either. But you know, I'm used to Overwatch, so I'm used to great voice acting. It's fine still. One thing I do not like though is the voice acting for the announcements and stuff. I kind of think that accent is a bit weird. I don't know why I don't like it, but you know, that could be a personal thing. Now I do want this now to end this review, I do want to give something of a grade. I don't want to count bugs, for example, since it's a closed beta and so far it's fine except for a few bugs. Overall, the game will get a 73 out of 100. So, the game is playable, fun, most importantly it's a fresh and new experience, especially if you've been playing MOBAs and hero shooters all the time like me. And as I said in the beginning, you can get this game by buying the Founder's Pack or above, or getting a friend code from someone. I don't have any friend codes left, I am so sorry, otherwise I would have loved to give you guys. And what you also could do is just subscribe to my channel so you can see more from Evercore Heroes. Or you can do it with your dad's account, or your mom's account, even your dog's account. Do people do that? People do that with Instagram. I doubt they do that with YouTube. Anyways, see ya.